Good morning, students. Today I am going to revise chapter number 1, the story of village Palampur from economics. And today's topics are number 1 is farming in Palampur, will the land sustain, green revolution, land distribution, and who will provide labor, capital for farming, sale of surplus produce, and finally non-farm activities in Palampur. So my dear students, as I told you in class that land is fixed, it means farming is the main activity in Palampur and some wasteland converted to cultivable land. Okay? After that, crops seasons in Palampur. There are two types of seasons. Number 1 is Kharif season. Number 2 is Rabi season. Kharif season is identified with rainy season and crops grown during this season are jowar and bajra. These are used as cattle field also. Okay. After that, Rabi season. This season is identified with winter or dry season, and wheat is very important Rabi crop of this season. Sugarcane is grown on large scale also in village Palampur. Alright. After that, cropping patterns. So there are 3 types of cropping patterns followed by the people of village Palampur. Number 1 is single cropping, number 2 is double cropping, number 3 is multiple cropping. In single cropping, one single crop is grown during a year on a given piece of land. And double cropping method, farmers produce 2 crops during a year on a given piece of land. Okay? And in multiple cropping, 3 or more crops are raised during a year on a given piece of land. But students, for these 3 types of cropping, farmers have required well-developed irrigation system and regular electricity supply. That's why government and private sectors provide tube wells for irrigation in those areas of India where rainfall is not even. Okay? And after that, they have required use of modern farming methods. Then they can get surplus wheat production. Okay? After that, farming methods. So, 2 types of farming methods used by the people of village Palampur. Number 1 is traditional farming method and number 2 is modern farming methods. So, students, in traditional farming methods, farmer practices which Indian farmers have been using from many generations. Okay? And they are using pair of bullocks for plowing the field, draining water from the wells, transporting produce to the market through the bullock carts, and farmers work with traditional wooden tool and equipments. And organic manure provide nutrition to the soil. But traditional farming methods given low productivity to the farmers. And modern farming methods, farmers use electricity, machinery, and other sources of energy, irrigation facilities, etc., etc. And also high yielding varieties of seeds chemical fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, tube wells and canals as sources of irrigation. So students, which I told you above, these are example of modern farming methods, and this is given high productivity and also increasing production multiple or manifold. Okay. After that student, here I want to clear the meaning of yield. So students, the meaning of yield is measured as crop produced on a given piece of land during a single season. And farmers can increase yield on the basis of these methods if they are using multiple farming and also adopting modern farming methods. Alright. After that, next point is advantages of spreading electricity in Palampur. So students, as you know very well that electricity is very important for all kind of work which are based on mechanically, in which electricity helps in transformation of irrigation system and also helps farmers to shift from traditional Persian wheels to electric tube wells. Alright. And you know very well that electric run tube wells have more capacity than Persian wheels, and it leads whole society from darkness to light. Okay. After that, your next topic is, will the land sustain? It means due to the overuse of natural resources and also overuse of all the modern techniques like artificial insecticide, pesticides, fertilizers, over irrigation in the field, soil loses its fertility, and also over irrigation responsible for the reducing groundwater table. That's why this heading is written, will the land sustain? After that, next topic is green revolution. So students, the meaning of green revolution means this revolution brought about in the field of agriculture by using high-yielding variety of seeds, fertilizers, irrigation, pesticides, insecticide, etc. in the late 1960s in the states of Punjab, Haryana and Western UP. Now, advantages of green revolution. So students, as I told you, high yield getting due to use of high yielding varieties of seeds and use of machines such as tractors, threshers have made plowing and harvesting faster and easier. And as well as higher yields enable farmers to sell the surplus food in the market to earn more money. And pesticides and insecticides are able to protect the crops from pests and insects, and a good irrigation system can enhance crop production. Alright. And after that, disadvantages of green revolution. So students, green revolution also responsible for the loss of soil fertility due to the increased use of fertilizers and continuous use of groundwater for tube-well irrigation has reduced the water table below the ground. Okay. And environmental resources like soil fertility and groundwater are built up over many years. If once destroyed, it is very difficult to restore them. Okay, and overuse of chemical fertilizers dissolve in the groundwater and pollute it. They kill bacteria and microorganisms which are helpful for the soil. And increased use of fertilizer can make the soil alkaline. And due to the overuse of fertilizer in 1960s in the states of Punjab, Haryana and Western UP are responsible to losses the soil fertility. Understood? After that, next point is land distribution. So as I told you, land is unequally distributed in all over the village of Palampur. Near about 1/3 of the people are landless, and half of the people have very small plot of land like 1.5 hectare, 2 hectare, 3 hectare, etc. And 60 families which are rich and having large and medium farms. Alright. After that, next is who will provide labor. So, small farmers cultivating their own land with the help of family members. Medium farmers, sometimes due to the excess work in the field, hire laborers. And large farmers hire laborers in the field to carry on their field work or agriculture work. And these workers, it means hire laborers provided wages in cash or kind by the medium or large farmers, and duration of employment is also varied according to the load of work, but wages is very less. Okay, and next one is capital for farming. So small farmers and landless laborers borrow money from money lenders and traders, and with a high rate of interest, and loan repayment is very difficult, like Dala and Ramkali, who are landless and working in the big farmers field because they had taken loan from the money lenders and they are unable to return it back. Okay, large and medium farmers use saved money and lend money to small farmers, and with the help of saved money they buy cattle, tractors or set up shops. Understood? Sell off surplus produce. So students, small farmers use substantial share for family needs. It means a small farmer first of all keeping a part of crop for the family use and rest of the crop sell by the small and medium farmers in the nearby village to earn some money. And large and very large farmers sell all the products in the market and earning more and more money. Okay, and finally last topic of this chapter is non-farm activities in Palampur. So dairy farming, small scale manufacturing, shopkeeping and transportation are the non-farm activities in Palampur which are started by the people. And I think in small scale manufacturing industries you can take an example of making pickles, making frames and weaving basket, etc. And in dairy farming, you know very well that some people are rearing cattle, cow, and providing and selling milk nearby the market to earn money. And in villages you can see multi-purpose shops and shopkeepers keeping multi-purpose products in the shop to provide services to the people of Palampur or villages. And now, due to the construction of roadways properly, and roadways are also well connected by the nearby town and city, that's why transportation system is also very good, and some people are transporting products and crops from one area to another area and earning some money. And now, after the getting higher education by the young people of village Palampur, now they are able to open some IT centers to provide knowledge of computer, etc., etc. So students, finally here the revision related to the story of village Palampur is completed. Listen very carefully, and anywhere if you have any doubt, please consult to me. For today, that's all. Thank you and have a nice day.